let's take a look at yesterday's trading. Not much volume due to the bank holiday in London. Even across the DAX, we had a bit of motion at the open around the 10 o'clock mark. Didn't really get anywhere. Sort of moved around that close gap. Today, because of that limited movement, the levels we're looking at are much tighter. We've got a bit of confluence here, so these levels are quite tight together. So when we open, we're about an hour and a half away from opening. We might see a bit of a push up, potentially even up to this orange level here, around the 16,022. Looking for pushes back down towards this close gap. If we get past this yesterday's high, I think we'll probably keep moving up a little bit higher before we look for that rejection. Looking for sells hopefully, because at the moment I can't see any reason why there should be such a big push up. Although we are coming off the back of a holiday, which was a Monday yesterday, which could be quite a good buying opportunity. So there is potential that it could push up right at the open. If we move down, obviously passing through that close gap, we reject off these levels, I would expect that, say, selling from this area here, aiming for the close, potentially even down to this confluence down here lower. What we're looking for is effectively a strong push, hopefully up into these levels here. If it's not slowing down, hopefully it'll even get up to this orange level. But there's a few levels here to get through, and then we'd look to potentially take that down to the close. If it does push down, obviously looking maybe around this yellow line here, around the 15,918, to come back up higher. So whether it's the close gap or a more ambitious target up to this confluence up here around the 15,986 level. So what we want to do is obviously just watch what the open does and see what motion. So do we get a big push up, or does it just start falling to target this level here or this sort of section? We'll look for a bit of a slow turnaround and the buying to kick back in. So that's the DAX. We'll head on over to the UK. The levels have been placed on the previous day. Unfortunately, the holiday pricing didn't kick in till just recently, so these levels effectively should be over here. We can see that we've got the resistance just a little higher, 7,830, than what we've kind of opened at so far. Ideally, we'll see a push to this level. If there's no slowing, potentially we could have an R3 setup, which would be excellent, and looking to obviously take that back down to either this orange level here or the high, the extreme gap, this red level here. So obviously hoping for strong pushes up and then seeing weakness to bring it back down. Alternatively, we could fall straight to this extreme gap without moving up. So it's all about watching the price action at that early stage of the market, seeing what the volume does. Try not to get faked into a trade. Obviously, if it's pushing up, you kind of just want to wait for reactions and see what's actually going on, because you don't want to get into trades too early, only to miss a better opportunity that makes more sense later on. If we kind of hit this high, we could expect the market to take off again, heading north. Or obviously we could drop down to this sort of confluence where we've seen a bit of activity previously last week. So around this orange level here, sort of got quite a bit of volume maybe prop it back up and keep it even and keep it from falling too much further. So ideally, ideal situation would be a strong move up, even up to this R3. I don't think we'll see it, but if we see a strong enough push and we break outside this Bollinger Band and hit the R2, yeah, it could be a good option for a sell. Obviously, we could go straight in for a sell, aiming for the extreme gap, but points wise, let's check how many points from here. It's about 20 points, and on the stop loss side, you could be looking, 26 points. So it's maybe a 1-to-1. So the risk reward isn't really there. So you really want to see a strong push up higher if you're going to take it short, but obviously it's up to you. As always, guys, do your own research. This is not education, just a bit of an insight as to what I'm looking at in the market. And hope you enjoy. Thank you.